Wow. Wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. And that's the end. Significant. The end of Nick Aldis as your world's champion. Nick Aldis losing the title to Trevor Murdoch, NWA 73. Wow. I'll tell you this much. When you look at and NWA by far is my go-to promotion right now. I would be lying to if I told you otherwise. To me, it's NWA over AEW at any point here. But you know, when I think of Trevor Murdoch, he kind of resembles to me. He is NWA old school. He reminds me of, you know, of a Harley race in a sense, right? He's got that old school feel to him. Nothing flashy, just a straight up tough guy in Murdoch. Now, if you want to expand your product, now in a sense you might even say, well, you know, they already have expanded it to a certain degree with AEW. And you know, truth be told, that they've lost recently a lot of people from their roster. They lost Eddie Kingston as an example. They lost Eli Drake. They lost James Storm. You know, a year or two ago when that roster, and then COVID happened, that roster was a strong roster for NWA. Josephus too was still there. Rest in peace? ? Josephus. You had a lot more on the roster than you do now, as far as star power, I think. And the thing you really didn't have, you still had, you really didn't have, I guess, and that's the problem now. You really don't have a young star that could be the face of the NWA. You have all this, but he can't be the champion forever. You gotta have to advance storylines and change it up a bit. It's gonna be interesting seeing all this chasing again now, as opposed to being on the top. So that's a new dynamic that you have there. But yeah, NWA has lost a lot. They have lost Thunder Rosa as well. So it kind of brings you to the point of, okay, if you were thinking about dropping the title, about all this dropping the title, maybe they should have done it sooner. I mean, listen, I know Murdoch, hard worker, blue collar, And he even got that that rub from Ric Flair at the end of the pay-per-view. There, it was a touching moment. Though I don't really know that was the right choice for him to be considered a face of NWA, and for that matter, I don't even think that he will hold it that long. It's just a feel-good moment, but it's not something that's going to, make headlines around the wrestling world. And I don't know if they want to make headlines around the wrestling world. I would imagine they would want to. They want to expand. I'm a huge NWA fan. But Murdoch being the champion really doesn't solve anything for the long term. This is just kind of, for the moment type of a deal. NWA needs to continue to progress, kind of get attention on them, get some star power. Because, you all have, I think at this point, you have helping hands. So, congratulations to Trevor Murdoch. It's a feel-good story. This guy is NWA. He's not going anywhere. I just don't see him being a long-term champion, nor do I really see him progressing the NWA. So I think this was more of just a kind of a gift, so to speak, for not leaving. During when the pandemic shut everything down, he stayed put, and I'm sure they appreciate that. So I hope all is well.